special bond that spans the years through laughter, worries, smiles, and tears. A sense of trust that cannot be broken, a depth of love sometimes unspoken, a lifelong friendship built on sharing and caring, parent and child, their hearts as one, a link that can never be undone. On the bright 27th day of this meticulous march, I, Shivani Arora, Coordinator, welcome respected Principal Madam, Ms. Rashmi Malik, Vice Principal Ma'am, Dr. Sunita Thakur, Headmistress, Ms. Kumud Aneja, my fellow colleagues, esteemed parents, and our dear little Salvanis. It is believed that the Vedic traditions of lighting of the lamp transposes us from the darkness to light and from ignorance to enlightenment. Let us undertake this journey together and make the beginning of the event bright and auspicious with the virtual lamp lighting ceremony, followed by Saraswati Vandana. Progress occurs when a skillful leader seizes the opportunity to change things for the better. We are fortunate to have our principal, Ms. Rashmi Malik, as an inspiring leader who represents expansion, enhancement, and extension, both externally and internally. May I request Principal Ma'am to kindly share her words of wisdom.
Thank you, Shivani, and good morning, everyone. So an year has come to an end. The entire session, we kept on thinking, we kept on we all remained glued to the television, looking for some good news. We actually had a good news also when Haryana government told us that we'll be reopening our school. We are allowed to reopen our school from class 1 onwards. But unfortunately, for past 1 week, the kind of news we are hearing is not very encouraging. And good morning, dear parents. And as you all know, that we had sent you a Google form also for your consent, and very handful of you have given that consent that you are willing to send the child to school. We do understand the confusion, we do understand the fear, but then I don't know. I mean, we have to be a little brave. Looking at the consent of the Google form, I'm coming directly to the reopening of the schools. So that because that's the first question mark in everybody's mind. So I thought, let me start whatever I'm supposed to be telling you by putting your fears at rest that we will be beginning this new session online only from 1st April. But then I am not, keeping anything absolutely fixed. We'll see the situation very closely. We'll see, we'll keep on updating ourselves and updating you also. And I'm sure, Shivani, you all have created the Kaizala groups, the new Kaizala groups of the parents. So keep on, talking to the parents, keep on understanding that how many of students, are willing to come down, or parents are willing to bring the students at home, in the school. As far as coming down on the campus is concerned, we would certainly be open, not in the regular fashion, of course, but in a staggered way. Initial week, let's be online. Let's talk to each other. Let's understand that how we can, bring the child on campus, because that is something which you are really looking for. The child must have been at home, for the entire year, and must be feeling like coming down on the campus. And we also are, desperate to meet the kids on campus physically. And I would request coordinator and headmistress to create a plan wherein maybe after a first 10-15 days, looking at the situation, you please take a call to call them in small groups, maybe on campus for some or other activity, so that they get a feel of the school as well. Plus, we had seen the children throughout the year through online and virtual platforms. So we know where the learning gaps are. So the teachers, the class teachers, who, if there are new class teachers who are taking care of your child in class 1, which I think most likely is the case, then these teachers will be actually taking the complete handover from the previous class teacher. I mean, they even talk about, how the child responds in the class. They talk about the various good things about the child and the various things where, the teachers need to work on. So a complete handover is going to happen for your ward to the class teacher. So the new class teacher will be absolutely aware of the learning gaps, if any, in your ward. All right. So be rest assured, the curriculum, the syllabus, everything is in right place right now. The teachers are already trained for the virtual platform as well, and we have, really worked hard towards revamping the entire curriculum and align it to the NAP. All know that new education policy also came in the 2020 year. So we actually were working towards, that what else is needed in our curriculum so that our curriculum gets enhanced further. And these teachers have slogged in day and night, not only ensuring that the kids don't lose an year, an important year of their lives, academic year basically, and they have also revamped the curriculum for the upcoming session. So congratulations team for doing this great work. And they have created beautiful workbooks, worksheets, etc., which you will be getting from along with the book set. Now the query would be that when will we get the book sets? When are we supposed to be coming down on campus for uniform, etc.? That your class teacher will tell you, because we don't want to give you a common date right now. Because of the COVID situation, we don't want, the entire lot to come down together on 1 or 2 days and, create a line here and then there will be an issue. So we are being very, very conscious about people coming on the campus, because we wanted to remain sanitized all through, because we have 9 to 12 classes coming. So these children are here, so we are equally responsible for each and every child whosoever comes on campus, in fact the teachers also. So dear parents, as far as the uniform and the book schedule is concerned, book set sale is concerned, the class teacher will be updating you on the Kaisala group, and she will be giving you your time slot. So please adhere to that. I have also requested the book vendor to, keep an online purchase option also available for all of you. So because I know that most of you are working, it is going to be difficult for you guys to come down. Uh, as far as the books and other things are concerned, I was talking about the workbooks which the teachers are creating. They have already created till July content, and you will be getting an integrated workbook for your what. It is very important right at this moment because the child is not coming on the campus, and if the child is at home, these workbooks and worksheets will really help for the learning, effectiveness. So please follow that particular thing. Now your child is coming from KG to class 1. So basically the Montessori time is over and the child is coming into formal school education system. So it's a very big jump for the child also, for parents also, and for teachers also, as this age group is concerned. Now, what as parent and what as teacher we need to take care of is that we have to inculcate a routine in the child. Okay, because class 1 onwards, that the school starts right from 8 o'clock until 2:30 it goes. Online, of course, the timings would be reduced, but whenever the child will come on campus, then it is going to be a long hours school. I'm hoping that if COVID situation remains in control, we may begin in May or 15th April or maybe July. But whenever we start, we don't want our child to be uncomfortable, right? So please ensure that your child starts waking up early. You are getting the child dressed up early. I have requested the teachers to have an assembly like we used to have it on campus, a very formal assembly to happen during early morning hours. All right, so please ensure that your ward is waking up early, getting dressed up early, and then your ward is also getting up and attending the assembly. That's very important, excuse me, because attending the assembly will be important for the child's physical health as well as mental health. And we have very interesting storytelling during the assembly. We'll be having interesting physical exercises, the prayer, the value education, and general chit chat with the class teacher. So that will be very important time for the child during the entire day, wherein the child will be connecting with the class teacher. The child will be actually understanding that what this life is all about. I mean, obviously class 1 doesn't need much of the gyan, but then whatever good things we want to inculcate in the child, this is the right time to do that. And the class teachers are creating a very beautiful structure of the morning assembly for your ward. So the timings and all, obviously the class teacher will let you know on the Kaisala group. As far as the communication is concerned, you all have this group, you have the email addresses of everyone, and now Shivani ma'am would be actually telling you in detail how we are going to sail through this year. As I told you, please don't worry, whether online or offline, the child will be learning a lot. A lot. When I say a lot, that means whatever we had scheduled for the child, usually in the curriculum, the things will go beyond that scheduled thing also, because COVID is actually teaching us resilience. The COVID is actually teaching us a lot of lessons, but we have sailed through by God's grace till now, and we intend to sail through further as well. So any query you have, anything which you want our help in, you please write down in the Kaisala group or to the class teacher individually on her personal window. If you don't want to share it in the group, it will be very easy. You have shown a lot of patience, you have shown a lot of support, and I'm really thankful to all of you, because I know without your help we couldn't have saved this academic year of your ward. And I'm sure many of you have become the teachers. You are also trained in at least KG class. So the HM you can call, I think, any parent for your substitutions. You know, they will be very, very comfortable taking the KG class now. But class 1 needs more effort from all of us because it's a level change for the child, and we need to really, really be very careful. And the only advice I would like to give you today, I'm repeating that please create a routine, because your ward should know that the child is supposed to be doing self study. There has to be 1 hour time for self-study in the entire day. Maybe in the evening you fix up 4 to 5 and you get some books for the child, maybe some big picture books or whatever the child is interested in. Take the child away from gadgets after the classes get over. We understand that the long time sitting in front of the gadget is not very comfortable for the child. So in between the classes we'll be having breaks. And please do visit school's Facebook page for that ophthalmologist's webinar, where he had given certain tips for healthy eyesight during the COVID time also. I mean, when we have more screen time. So please revisit that webinar. It is available still there on the Facebook, and take out those tips and please use those small exercises for your kids in between the classes. Hope to see you all on campus very soon, maybe in small lots, but we would be calling you on campus. Be absolutely free about it. And please, one thing which really disturbs me when a parent, I'm sorry, I know you are not doing it, but then when I receive a mail stating that you're calling the children on campus because you want fees. I mean, this is very, very unfortunate kind of situation where if you are still thinking about money versus academics, and I'm sorry, the school did not ask for any extra charges during the entire last year. We sailed through, we know how difficult it was for us, but we somehow had saved money in previous years. So we sailed through this particular year. And believe me, our intention, because we are a trust-run school, our intention is only and only academics. There's no other intention the management has. They have been very kind, to allow us not to charge you till March, the extra whatever we used to charge during the on-campus classes. And comparing the money with knowledge, I don't think it's a very sensible thing. It's very heart-wrenching to see this kind of thought. Okay, so please focus on your child's education. That is the most important thing. Now there'll be question. Now, if they'll call us in staggered manner, will they charge the fee or will they not charge the fee? Please be rest assured, we are not here for profit earning. We are not that kind of organization. As I told you, we're a trust-run organization. Okay, so whatever comes in the system, whatever fee comes in the system, goes back in development of for the benefit of the child only. All right. So we are not into that category of schools. So be absolutely rest assured. When you are coming down, your child is coming down on campus with you here, it will be purely for the academic purpose. There will be activities, and of course, we would be needing those indemnity form. We would be needing a medical certificate when you enter on the campus, so that we are absolutely sure that nobody has COVID around us, right? Because we have to keep our campus sanitized. I know I've taken into a serious turn while talking to all of you, and that's not my style usually. But then, early morning, I actually read a mail, so that disturbed me. So I thought that I'll pick up this particular thing also, that yes, I would like to now end with the thank you note for those parents. We had some beautiful communication from parents also, who asked us that is there anybody in my class, any parent in my class who's struggling financially? Can I help? And that was something very beautiful that actually usually make our day. So if there is anyone who want to help the people who are into financial distress, you can contact the class teacher personally. We are not promoting it officially right now, but then you can take the admission number and pay the fee online directly without telling the parent, without telling us. If you want to tell the parent, ask the parent, please go ahead. So we would like all of us to act like a family and help each other, right? And this is the best time to generate good karmas, dear parents. And we, the teachers, have already created an n number of good karmas because they have been helping, hand-holding the kids, to learn. And I had seen many teachers counseling the parents as well, those who were feeling a little stressed or otherwise. So thank you, teachers. Thank you, team. Continue doing this good work. And thank you very much, parents, for your support. We cannot thank you enough because the kids are, everybody's. Like, we all are working here for the kids. We are all connected with each other for the kids. And if the kid is able to grow nicely, that's the most prized thing which we can have in our lives, right? So keep shaping the destinies properly, and you must discipline the children now, please, and you discipline yourself also. Get up early, make your child get up early, let the child get dressed up early, all right, and get ready for the classes, all right, especially the assembly. All right. So if anything else, Shivani and Kumud, which is left over, I would request you to cover that area up. And I'll see you in your respective classes, dear parents and children. Thank you so much for attending this. And now Shivani will take you through a presentation. Thank you. God bless you all, and hope to see you all soon.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening all of us. As Principal Ma'am rightly said, the year 2020 was a challenging year, a year full of transitions. It sailed us towards new targets, opportunities, and explorations. I would like to thank all the parents for being the partners in your ward's learning journey and acknowledge each step you took towards the successful voyage of the learners. The support and the steadfast fortitude of our students during this journey is indeed laudable. Looking back at the learning, the way Virus gifted our learners with more confidence, more tech savvy, and more opportunities to work upon self. The virtual sessions have been impeccable, fascinating, absorbing, and more inquisitive in nature. All the goals, targets, and the objectives are met perpetually by the end of every unit. Beyond all shortcomings, the educators didn't take a step back and lightened up. They explored, experimented, and escorted in the collaborative learning of the little learners. Children's early learning experiences have a profound effect on their development and growth. Their receptivity to new influences and capacity to learn are at their peak. During this period, they acquire a variety of important skills, knowledge, and attitude that influences their ability to learn, their personal development, their relationship with others, and their future participation in the society. I would now be taking you all through the joyful teaching learning adhered by every Salvanian in grade 1. Salvan Public School has been a hallmark and epitome of skillful handling of young minds. Year after year, it recognizes, applauds, and fosters the fine blend of sense and sensibilities in a child. The school vision, we at Salvan are committed to personal excellence of each student by imparting holistic quality education enriched with high moral values in a healthy, competitive learning environment. Our vision is always based on innovative learning methodologies and unwavering commitment to academics, continuous improvement, and cultivation of life skills. Our institution is united, joyful, and a progressive community comprising of students, parents, and all school staff. As a part of the same community, we aim to work collaboratively to contribute consistently to the overall well-being of our students. This, as a whole, will be contribute to the sustainable future. The mission of the school is to deliver an educational experience that engages students intellectually, creatively, physically, spiritually, and socially. It provides varied opportunities to students for stepping beyond the boundaries of the classroom, enabling them to learn by exploring new vistas. Equip students with confidence, skill, and foresight, and they are able to face the challenges posed by an ever-changing global scenario. Nurture truly beautiful individuals by instilling the right attitude and moral values in the students. We also inspire students to become enlightened, productive, and responsible members of the society. As you always know, we have the joyful learning philosophy, which we follow in the school, which is the theme-based learning, experiential learning, skill-based learning, collaboration, inquiry-based learning, concept-based learning, multidisciplinary learning, interdisciplinary learning, and transdisciplinary learning. The pedagogies, what we follow here, are the flipped classroom, focus on multiple intelligence, peer learning, gamification, real-life activities, bagless days, excursions, heritage tours, and quizzes, reflections, and thoughts. As ma'am has already told you, we are heading towards the new framework curriculum we are going to be coming up with in this session. It is the LEAP, that is the Learning Awareness Enhancement Program, and we are revamping the curriculum according to the new Education Policy 2020. In this policy, literacy and numeracy are considered the core learning areas, and they take up the substantial part of young child's learning. All academics, English, Hindi, mathematics, environmental sciences, and more scholastic subjects like creative arts, performing arts, physical education will be integrated across all the subject, and no subject will be taught in silos. Focus will now be on developing competencies, which includes the knowledge, skills, and attitudes rather than just learning from textbook and marks-oriented examinations. The journey contributes to the holistic development of the child, involving physical, social, emotional, cognitive, and spiritual aspects. As ma'am has already told you, we would be having 6 major units which will be followed throughout the session, and each unit will be almost about 2 or 3 months, 2.5 months, and the units are as follows. So everything is going to be revolving around the units, and according to these units, the compiled unit plans have been prepared, which includes learning outcomes, developmental milestones, methodology to be followed, unit-related activities, workbooks, resources, and most importantly, the skills acquired by the learners. Assessments is a tool which tracks the child's learning journey. It assesses competency that includes the knowledge, facts, information, skills, and attitudes. Salvan School will go by the competency-based progress report card in term 1 and term 2. We believe in ongoing assessment in a non-threatening environment. And how would you come to know about the progress? You will be getting the report cards or the progress reports by the September end. The term 1 is from April to September, and term 2, as usual, it is going to be from October to March 2022. So for each term, there will be 3 units which would be covered, comprising of the units we have just shown. Now, some important information. The school will commence from the 1st of April, and the classes would be online. As ma'am has already mentioned, we are going to be having, the timings would be 8 to 1:30 incomplete, but as we're going to have, it's going to be 6 days a week, every day, with 2 academic subjects and 1 co-curricular subject. The online teaching learning platform is Zoom, and I think you're all aware about it. The books and stationery and uniform purchase schedule will be intimated to the parents very soon. The documents which we have already been posting on the website. We'll show you, we'll just go through once again. We will be sharing the event planner. The details of the event and the holidays of each month are uploaded. Parents are expected to keep a track of the same and apprise the child also about the same. We have the academic planner, where the syllabus of each month are uploaded on the school website on the 1st of each month. The samples are just shown to you. Then we have the home learning plans and the home assignments. The home learning plans are shared every week with the students. That includes the pre-class and the post-class content of all the subjects. It also includes the home assignments and class assignments for the week. The work done by the students will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. The details about the same will be shared by the respective class teachers. Some important digital addresses for communication. I'm sure you have all been added to the Kaizala app, and it is created by the school for the convenience of all the parents to interact with the respective class teacher. It is a class and section specific group. Few guidelines will be shared to maintain the decorum in the group. For academic related queries, you can just mail to the IDs given here. Dear parents, if you want, you can click short this slide so that you have all the IDs with you. For IT related query, we have the IT department who would be taking care. So the ID from the IT department is also here. I would conclude with a quote. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. So let us be partners in child's journey of learning. Thank you. I would now like to take this opportunity to invite our headmistress ma'am, the one who gives us directions and has been our guiding light. She has always encouraged the students to give their best.
Thank you, Shivani. Good morning, everyone. Before I extend vote of thanks, there are, we can see some queries in the chat box. I'll request Principal Ma'am to please solve those queries so that we can.
Thank you. I'm sure many of the queries must have got sorted by Shivani Ma'am's presentation, but I can see one query which says that only difficulty is when parents are away for their respective jobs, and parents' absence, it is hard to keep the child away from gadgets. Also, how to make the child sit at least for an hour, especially in parents' absence, right? So here, I think the teachers are going to help you, dear parents, wherein the teacher will actually will be apprising all the students and the parents right in the beginning that this is how we should study. So if this is, repeated again and again, that okay, 4 to 5 would be a reading time. So she may be, taking a feedback next day from the students. Did you read something between 4 to 5 or not? Or maybe she can just check on, by going online with your what? I mean, we'll work this out, that's for sure. I understand that creating a habit is difficult, but then if all of us are insisting on that habit, the child will take it up. Now, there is also a possibility that some children may feel comfortable doing it from 6 to 7, some 7 to 8. It depends upon what the parent feels when the child can take it up, right? So you be in touch with your class teacher, towards class teacher. And if the child is not at all creating a habit, say even after a month or 2, then of course we will help you out in getting connected with the child during that hour so that the child starts reading, okay? So we'll do that, so don't worry about that. The second thing which I can read here is how will be online sessions tentative duration now onwards. So I believe, Shivani, you're giving 3 classes in a day?
Yes, ma'am.
3 classes a day would be there with gaps in between and a half-hour assembly time for your what? Okay, so don't worry, there will be not much of the effect. You are in office, we understand, so you have to manage both the parts. Fair enough. I mean, the class teacher will help you out to balance out the things. Then there's another feedback where parents-teacher meet should be one-to-one. Yes, of course, we have this pattern only now. And we've told the teachers, in fact, parent-teacher meeting is not supposed to be something which is formally announced that on so-and-so date is the parent-teacher meeting. You can meet the class teacher anytime. During the class also, the teachers are there. But after she finishes the class, you can always discuss. You can just maybe tell the teacher that she can stay back, and you also stay back after everybody else has exited. You can have the PTM almost every day. So don't worry about that particular part, because we understand that initially a lot of queries would be there, a lot of things have to be discussed, and we need to really work hard with the child so that our routine is set in the child. And of course, you and the child both, see, children are very flexible, they'll accept whatever changes are there, so don't worry about that, right? Sharing of the PPT, yes, this will be uploaded on the YouTube channel of our school, so you can see that, so that's not an issue. Okay, 6 days a week for online classes for these small kids looks to be a bit on the higher side. Can it not be reduced to 5 days a week? 6 days, basically, we are emphasizing more on the activities. So you don't worry, it is going to be a very relaxed kind of schedule for the child. And it is going to be very easy for the child to sail through all the 6 days. Sixth day, usually the Saturday, we usually keep the activities. So we also keep them optional. So don't worry about that. I mean, if your ward is interested in attending some activity, please go ahead and let the child attend. The child is going to enjoy more. In KG, classes usually happen in 2 slots. Will it continue in first class also? Or the entire class students? See, entire class, I believe, Shivani, you are taking in one go in class to begin with, but
Yes.
then later on you will have, I think, batches. Will you divide them into? You will have
Ma'am,
the.
we have a complete class for grade 1, because otherwise it will go beyond 3 to 4 hours.
Yes. So initially, obviously the entire class would be there till KG. Yes, we had it in 2 slots, but class 1, wherein we get the students from sector 5 also, the sections increase, and classes also increase. So we'll see how to work on it. We may have some kind of slot for the remedials, right? So let's wait and watch for 15-20 days. Okay, and then is it necessary to have 6 days per week? Okay, 6 days per week, I've already told you, 5 days will be mostly academics and 1 day would be mostly your activity-based learnings. Okay, so please be rest assured, if you want only 5 days attendance of your ward, it's fine. I mean, you just tell us, we'll help you out in that particular part. Maybe the 6th day activity plan can be shared. Right, so both of you please make a note of it, right? Okay, want to ask one question regarding physical class. Don't we think this is too early to plan physical classes? Yes, of course, that's the reason, we had decided now, yesterday only we took the final call that let's start it online. Let's start the session online, because the consents on the Google form was also not very encouraging, and the news on the television is also not very encouraging, right? And wo bolte hain jaan hai to jahan hai. So we need to be safe first, and then the rest of the things will be there. Physical classes, as I told you, we might be calling some students on campus, in some small groups, so that they at least get connected to the school as well on campus. They can use the ground, they can go into the classroom, they'll feel good, and when they'll go back and when they'll connect with their teacher online, the connection will be stronger. So that is the purpose of calling the students on campus, but we are not calling them every day or for classes, etc. No, we are not going to do that. Say, for example, on Monday we call, say, 10 students of a particular class, and the class teacher takes them out, after the classes, of course, or maybe early in the morning before the classes. I mean, it depends upon the schedule of the entire class. This is just to get the students, have a feel of the campus, because they have already missed that campus for a complete year, right? Okay, in what basis we align award and specific section group in Silvan? There is no basis, in which we do that. It is just done on random basis. We usually avoid two similar name students in the class. So these kind of things are there. Otherwise, there is no basis. And we try to balance the, girls and boys ratio in classes. And there is no other, way in which we, other basis, I should say, for this. Okay, how is it possible to keep child engaged from 8 a.m. to 1:30 for class as our offices are open? Right, so that we'll be able to, tell you one-to-one only how to do that, because it's not a common issue. There will be a couple of you, or maybe some of you, who are going to the offices, and we'll try to connect with you individually in the first week of April, and we'll sort out your issues. We'll help you out, basically. Yes, 6 days a week. Shivani, you've written 6 days a week.
Actually, second and fourth Saturdays are off. So, and CTPs are there. As you rightly said, we have the activities on Saturdays. So that's the reason it is 6 days.
So, dear parents, it's actually technically 5 days a week. It's a technically 5 days a week session. All right. The 6th day, that is second and fourth Saturdays, are off. So it is only first and third Saturday where class teacher period would be there. Okay. And if at all some innovative activity we have, then we'll share those activities with the students. So please, be rest assured, it's going to be 5 days a week only. Will the transport be provided? Right at the beginning, no, because we are calling everybody in the staggered manner. But then if we get the request for the transport, and if the students start coming, maybe I'm right now very hopeful that from July we'll be able to allow, but then I'm not very sure of it. I've stopped, even thinking about it, that okay, whenever the time will come, we'll give you a week's time, to prepare for bringing your award on the campus. So please be rest assured. All right, homework through Google Classroom. Yes, it will be checked. That's not an issue. That obviously has to be done. And audio cast, I believe it is too much strain on their eyesight. Okay, we can work on this. So please make a note, Shivani madam and Kumud madam, that if you can have some kind of audio, cast for certain concepts and certain topics for which you don't need a visual attendance of the child, right?
We have that, ma'am. We will share.
Okay, great. So we'll do that.
We're working on that.
Somebody has written that they have not received any message regarding the orientations. Okay, there are certain issue. If your accounts is not clear, then you may not be, taken into the new class group because the child has not got the promotion. So please, parent, just look into that clearance. If everything is clear and the child has got the report card through Parents app, then contact the coordinator. Okay, she'll help you out. Can the sessions be recorded and shared required by parents? No, we do not allow this, because recording and then sharing, then, it will set in a relaxed attitude in parents. I'm sorry, you're all young, so that's the reason I'm telling you. If you have to go to a party, you come back late, early in the morning, you don't want to put the class on, you say, I'll get a recording. So we are not going to provide you with a recording. I'm sorry. You have to get up in the morning, you have to be disciplined, you have to discipline your child also. Okay. Online and offline classes till next year, of course, I mean, depending upon how the situation is, we will certainly be doing that. We were only covering the topics each week, but not frequent revisions were done. Okay, please note this, Shivani, if you could just do that. I believe that the children were giving individual classes and remedial notes. Yeah, so revision is happening, but then please note this particular query down and then get connected with the parent. All right. Can we visit the school on weekend? Yeah, I'll tell you, we will give you the schedule for that. Okay. So it's not going to be only weekend, because it's going to be difficult for us to take care of all the kids in one day. So it will be in a staggered form, depending upon your wish. If you say "Ki I'm free only on weekend," then we'll create a group, weekend wala group. And if somebody says "Ki I can manage during the working days also," then we'll do that. All right. 5-hour class online continuous. No, it's not going to be continuous. There'll be break in between. So don't worry about that. Wish there were more practice sessions. Yes, practice sessions should be more, and class 1 actually needs a lot of practice. So we will be doing that. Kids independent to attend class for sometimes. Kids don't listen to parents but are always obedient to their teachers. Of course, you just tell the class teacher of your what, and she'll ensure that she advises your ward accordingly. How many students are there in each section? 35, I believe. 35 only. Can you share? Yeah, I've already told you that we'll be putting this recording, right? 6 days we've already taken up. Working parents attend online classes, at least one evening class. Okay, that is going to be a bit tough because there will be a lot of concepts which will be cleared in the online classes during the morning hours, and completing all the concepts in the evening is not going to be possible. All right. Salvan Montessori School was providing transport to Palam Vihar. Transport we'll talk later once we start having the on-campus classes. Then we'll discuss about this. Observation based on previous year experience, class alone or one need to accompany ward always. See, as parents, if possible, at least till class 1, accompany your ward, if possible, because that is very essential. The child is too young, although teacher would be taking care of it, but then there are 35 students in the class. It is difficult for one teacher and one observer to take control of everybody, right? So in case you are very busy and you are not able to take out time, and if the child is attending the class alone, please tell the class teacher so that she keeps an eye on the child. That's how we can help you out. Okay. Transport will be available once we start our on-campus classes. We have not started. Okay, difficult from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Can we choose offline class? Right now, for at least for first 10 days, no. Okay, we'll let you know about the rest of the things. Will it be compulsory to attend offline classes? We can't comment right now. It depends upon the situation, COVID situation, but certainly we are not going to be making it mandatory. We have a provision in our school wherein the teacher, when she is taking class on Zoom, it can be transmitted home also in case of the offline classes. So we are doing it for our senior classes right now. So 9 to 12, the classes will happen simultaneously. Like half of the batch is sitting at home and half of the batch is allowed to come on campus. And we've divided the section into 2 groups, wherein one group comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The other group comes on the alternate days. All right. So the group which is sitting at home taking online class is getting, the complete class, whatever is happening in the room. So a teacher is able to send the Zoom online classroom. They're getting connected to that class only. So the similar format we will try to use in the junior class also. Although in junior class, children have more queries and they're very active. For senior, we have already told them that if you're online, you're not going to ask your doubts. You will ask your doubts when you come on the campus. But then let's see how things take shape, right? I know we are very tough to manage. I understand, Madam Gupta, but then come down. We'll speak to you. We'll understand how to work on it further. And how do we come to know who's my ward's class teacher? That will be told in the group only. Haven't coped the KG session well. Okay. All right. That you don't worry about that. Okay. If your child is confused between the digits and all, then of course your teacher must have told the new teacher, and the new teacher will take care of this by calling on campus the child. Okay. So don't worry about that particular. Okay. We'll see. A lot of queries are coming. I think it will continue otherwise. All right, we are noting down all the queries now. Please note down Kumud and this thing. I can see a huge list. Oh God. So Shivani, your presentation was not effective at all, it seems.
I believe they are coming from sector 5 also. So coming to a formal setup might be creating a lot of queries. Otherwise, here we
No issue.
will pick them.
What you do, you take down all these queries, okay, and connect with them individually and to them and sort out these queries. So I believe that most of the queries I had taken up, but there are somewhere more than 90 queries, and it's difficult because we have to rush to the other orientation also. All right. Kumud, you can continue with your thank you message, and warm welcome Sector 5 students and parents. And I forgot to mention that, I'm sorry. And it's gonna be a formal school, the big school. So it's going to be very, very exciting journey ahead now. All right. Thank you so much, Shivani and Kumud, for allowing me to barge in and sort some queries. But I'm sorry, parents, those queries which are left unanswered will be answered by the administrative coordinator personally. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll definitely take care of all the queries. It is an honor to extend my heartiest vote of thanks to all of you on behalf of Team SPS. The session 2020-21 was a mixed bag of opportunities and challenges, as we had been talking about all this in this orientation also. As we say that tough times are a testament to the resilience of human spirit that pushes one to go beyond limits, I take this opportunity to thank our principal, Ms. Rashmi Malik, who has been a rock-strong support behind all of us in these testing times. Thank you, ma'am, for your constant guidance. It goes without saying that the parents and teachers have shown remarkable resilience during these times. Thank you, dear parents, for your untiring cooperation constantly for everything. I'm really falling short of words for the kind of support that you have offered during these times. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, admin, IT team, entire SPS for the wonderful teamwork. And no vote of thanks can be complete without thanking our true warriors, our young Salvanians, because they were receptive to all the strategies of teaching learning process, classroom activities, and the beautiful presentations they put up. Thank you, everyone. Wishing a great year ahead. We will keep doing our best with your constant support. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. In case any more queries are there, after we see in the chat box, we can take up on Karzala app also. Thank you, dear parents. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Kumud ma'am. Thank you, principal ma'am. And I want to wish everybody a blissful year ahead.
And not to forget, Happy Holi, everyone.
Happy Holi.
The God is great. They have the God has made us survive and play this Holi. Please be absolutely conscious when you are playing Holi. Don't lose your guard down and be happy. Thank you.